What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? This is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL, coming to you from Ellsworth, Iowa. This is where I'm at for the night. Shout out to my company BVS. I'm in my sleeper cab right now before I go up in this gym and work it out. Planet Fitness is for truckers. I'm gonna keep saying that. But yeah, I'll be getting loaded up tomorrow morning, and I'll be heading back to Columbus, Georgia. I won't get back to Columbus until Friday morning, or more so Friday afternoon. But I'm taking some hazardous materials, and some other products as well. So I'll just show you all what I typically pick up, whenever I'm either delivering to Columbus warehouse, or I have to deliver to the Indiana location, or even the North Carolina location. So I'll show you all some of the product that I'm transporting, and what's the purpose of that product as well. But I'm coming on this video today for the third time today. Third time's a charm. I'm just feeling feeling great, and just want to just continue to share my experience on this trucking journey. But I also realize that there are new graduates on this trucking journey as well, and are some recent graduates, and a lot of them may be having a hard time finding truck driving jobs just coming out of CDL school. I had the same struggle as well. My main thing was, okay, it's not gonna be hard for me to find a truck driving job. It's not gonna be hard for me to find a truck driving job at all. Like, nah, I got all my endorsements. Yeah, they gonna hire me. Nah, it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. It took me 4 months to land a job, and like I said, thank God. Like I said, BVS was definitely the best and perfect situation for me. But I understand a lot of drivers are not going to be like that. Some will, some won't. So for those who are looking for jobs and they want jobs right off the bat, first thing is this: those recruiters that came to your school, we didn't have recruiters that came down to South Georgia Tech, but those recruiters that came to your school, did you keep all their business cards? And that's whether you went to tech school or you go the traditional 4-week program. Those recruiters, they're coming up there and they're talking to you all. They're letting you know, like, hey, when you get done with CDL school, hey, here's my card, call me. You still got those cards? Give them a call. Give them a call. They're hiring out here in trucking. Like, trucking is they're hiring out here. There are plenty of vacancies. So yeah, like, there's not a job shortage. It's a driver shortage, and they're looking for new drivers. So those recruiters that came in, definitely give them a call, and see what they got lined up for you. Another way, and I don't recommend this way, but to each his own, is you may have some 4-week programs that partner with different companies. Like Georgia Driving Academy, for instance, they partnered with Stevens Transport. So you'll go through school with the Georgia Driving Academy, but Stevens Transport is paying for it. So when you test out, I believe you're testing out in Stevens Transport vehicle, not the Georgia Driving Academy vehicle, but they'll pay for you to go to school. And I believe with some of these companies, if you're going through their program, they'll even pay you while you're going through CDL school. The only thing is this: for that 12 months to 15 months, however long it is, you're doing a year tops with that company. So do not try to leave that company because you don't like it. I'm all over the place. I'm never home. Fulfill your obligation. Because they can flag your license at that point, because you're gonna have to pay that money back. They pay for you to go through school. Like, You're not just getting off scot-free. So keep that in mind. You know, it's a quick way to get a job because they're looking for drivers. But keep in mind that CDL is not yours until you fulfill your obligation. So just keep that in mind. Doing Indeed searches. I stayed on Indeed all day, all night. I was on Indeed applying for every job that I saw. Like I told you all before, my background is mainly in criminal justice and in the mental health field. So in those industries, it's easy to find positions, you know, because if you got the degree, you know, a lot of times they'll go ahead and hire you. But trucking is not that. You got to have that experience. If they say you got to have 3 months, well, you got to have 3 months. If they say you got to have 6, you got to have 6. If they say 9, you got to have 9. If they say you got to have 12, you got to have 12. Now, some companies may make exceptions, but a lot of the places that I apply for, you know, they require a lot of times a year or more. I went ahead and got all my endorsements as well. Make sure you get your endorsements just to make yourself marketable. I got my TWIC card as well. But those jobs that I was applying for, anything hazmat or tanker, yeah, they weren't touching me because I didn't have any experience. So get your endorsements still. But like I said, there's a lot of companies out there. Swift, Snyder, CR England, Stevens Transport. What's another mega carrier that's hiring straight out of a CDL school? Western Express. You know, those are companies that are hiring, you know, right out of school. And sometimes, you know, like with companies like Snyder, they can get you on the dedicated route. You know, they can get you on the dedicated route where, you know, you're home. You may look up and be home on the weekends and stuff like that, man. So you just never know. You just never know. But also in your local area, as well. Do the organic way. It got to the point where I did it the old school way. I would dress business casual, you know, with my resume and my CDL in my hand, and I was knocking on doors, man, in Columbus, man. I was knocking on doors, you know, seeing who would hire me. And, you know, a lot of companies told me no for the simple fact that, you know, based on their insurance, I had to have a certain amount of time driving. So don't allow yourself to get discouraged in the process of finding a job. Like I said, you know, it took me 4 months. Like I said, you know, my prayer is that, you know, you all will be able to find a job, you know, before those 4 months like I did. Like I said, you know, the only thing that helped me out was that I still had a full-time job with the state of Georgia. And I had part-time work on the side. But yeah, definitely don't give up. Like I said, you know, it's not easy. You know, be prepared to be, you know, for your first job. You know, if like I said, you know, some of you may luck up. I know some people who were able to get jobs locally in their town, and they love it. That's not everybody. So be prepared, you know, to be gone, you know, a week, maybe a week and a half, you know, just depending on what it is, from 7 to 10 days. Be prepared. You know, those local and regional jobs right now, they're not going to touch you. You don't have enough experience. So be prepared to go over the road for the time being. But you could luck up, but that's not, it's on a case-by-case basis. And I think the biggest thing overall, before you even apply for these jobs, I'm going to go ahead and say this, man. Make sure that you can pass a drug test. Please make sure that you can pass a drug test. Down at South Georgia Tech, they drug tested us twice. One was just the initial, you know, to get into the school. And then the second one was random. We didn't even know. I don't know how they do at the 4-week program schools. They may do a drug test in the beginning, but you best believe if a company like Swift is going to hire you, or Snyder is going to hire you, or Night Transportation, you're going to have to take a drug test. So please make sure that you can pass that drug test. Yeah, that's about it. I think that covers everything. But yeah, if y'all got any questions, please leave some comments in the on the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, good luck all CDL drivers. Good luck to